Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. This time it's on Chrissy Teigen, who has apparently got herself into a situation. So, she's been caught allegedly bullying people. I do remember back in the day when she was going after Courtney Stodden, and she left a bad taste in my mouth back then. So I'm really not shocked that this resurfaced, because I remember that era. Because I was a big fan of Courtney Stodden back in the day. She was iconic. But anyways, moving forward, we're going to go ahead and look at what's going on with Chrissy. Is she really like that? Why does she do that? And what's going to happen moving forward. So remember, these readings are all alleged for entertainment purposes only. And let's get started. Oh, well, that's... Uh-oh. Okay, well, that's not really shocking that her marriage is not what she portrays it to be. I don't think that that's really shocking, right? I mean, this is obvious. I've said this for years about her, so I'm not really shocked. Anybody who portrays the perfect marriage and that they're super happy is always the exact opposite. It's classic projection. The two of them are on completely different pages in terms of what they want out of marriage and what they expect. Emperor and Empress are reversed. The sad thing is, I don't actually know if she's aware of this. To me, I feel like she's kept in the dark about a lot of things. And I feel like her life is almost like a fairy tale where people keep her happy, but only her. Like it's almost like Cinderella. You know what I mean? When it's like, she doesn't need to know this, or she doesn't need to know that, or, let her think this, it's better. It's placating her. I don't believe that the two of them have ever truly understood what being happy is. And I think for him, the Emperor is reversed. So I believe that she probably believes that, her life was like great and all. But I think that when it comes down to it for him, there's like a level of, just being checked out and like kind of selling her a fantasy, just because it's easier. But I don't see him interested in that the way that she thinks he is. The Knight of Cups is reversed, which is like immaturity. So that is equal between the two of them. I see them both as pretty immature. The Page of Wands is saying one thing and doing another, which to me is a bunch of hypocritical energy. The Three of Pentacles is job card reversed, and the Eight of Wands is slowing down. For me, it seems like I feel like John here is like throwing himself into work, or has thrown himself into work. And the reason why things got exacerbated, I think it's the word, or worse, was because of the pandemic. It feels like it sort of like forced the two of them, which happened to most couples, to sort of face their issues. I think for him, he could just like play the role and do what he needed to do. And then just focus on work outside, but losing the ability to work as much, I think, really sort of caused some major issues. I also see her struggling with motherhood. The Empress is reversed. So I don't know I'm not really sure what was going on between the two of them. I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she suffered a miscarriage. And I do think that there's probably a little bit of postpartum in here, and like issues with obviously dealing with the terrible loss there. And that's probably why the Empress is reversed as well. But I think that she struggles in general with her identity. And so I think part of her being a mother was sort of like a way of giving herself an identity. And I think that's been her issue her whole life, and why she's come into these situations where she's either allegedly bullied people, whatever. It's because she becomes what she thinks she's supposed to be. This girl doesn't know who she is. She has absolutely zero clue who she is. She's very good at telling you that she knows who she is. The Page of Wands. She's very good at being like that Spitfire, but it's an act and it's bullshit. She has absolutely zero clue who she is. And I think that this entire thing is happening to teach her a lesson, to sort of refine who she is when it comes to her identity and her opinions, because I don't think she has a single authentic individual opinion. She shares opinions from others. And then, so like for instance, with this Two of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords reverse, I want to be a knight in shining armor. I want to help people. So what makes me look good and what helps other people? It's, you know how like when you look at other people and you study them and you're like, oh, this is like how to act. That's how it works for her. The Two of Pentacles reverse and the Six of Pentacles, for me, it's like I need to compare my behavior with your behavior to see if I'm doing it right. Like, it's instead of like instinctively knowing like this is who I am or this is how I feel, she's paying attention to what everyone else is saying and then is either mimicking it or asking other people, like, is this what you should do? Because the Six of Pentacles says she has no established pattern of behavior in herself, which means she flip-flops. And the Two of Pentacles, when it's reversed, means that she asks people for their advice. The problem is again, we go back to the beginning where people are kind of annoyed of her and they just placate her or just people please her. Yeah, whatever you say, Chrissy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Chrissy. Everyone else is wrong, or I totally agree with you. You should say that. But people are tired and exhausted because being around her when she doesn't really know who she is, but she thinks she knows who she is very, very draining. And so that's kind of the situation that I see. This is why she got herself into the situation she's in. And I think this is also why she's having a hard time with accountability, because she feels like I did everything right and I listened to other people. What the fuck? Because she's not being herself. Now the King of Wands versus the Knight of Wands upright and the Four of Wands, I don't think she knows how to be comfortable, and I don't think she knows how to be content. She seems like she always needs to have something. She always needs to be either doing something or on the next like event or the next thing. Like, she cannot enjoy the moment and she cannot just be calm. I don't see her as a person that can just sit at home and be happy. I do think she could pretend to do that, but I don't think she actually is happy. There's a restlessness in her, and that's why her anger and frustration get poured out on the internet, is because it's this restlessness. She just can't sit still. Okay. A lot of her trauma has been triggered lately. So there's a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of baggage, stuff like that. That's pretty common. That's the Devil card. The Four of Cups is upright and the Four of Pentacles is reversed. So to me, that's like putting in a lot of time and energy and going numb. So for me, I see her as running from a lot of her trauma and issues. And in doing so, it's kind of built it up. I see her in denial about a lot of her problems from childhood and stuff like that. I don't know if someone that she knows or if herself or whatever had any sort of problem with alcohol or anything like that. But sometimes when you pull cups in the middle of things like that, it could indicate drinking issues from other people or, I don't know, whatever. So just throwing that out there because sometimes that has relevance. It doesn't always. But once again, we see the Fool, which is being a child, and the Ten of Cups, which is family. So it sort of comes down to her patterns of behavior that were established early on, and some of the trauma she experienced early on when she was younger. Now, the Hierophant is about marriage and commitment. So I also think she modeled her marriage after whatever trauma she had. So that means that I know what not to do. I'm going to do it like this, but it was an act of rebellion. I also think that she kind of rushed a little into marriage because she felt like she needed to. I see her as someone that was seeking stability and was going to find it any way she could get it, and then was like, I'm going to make this perfect, rather than, finding the perfect scenario or as perfect as can be and then building around it. She kind of shoehorned and pushed things into spaces they didn't need to go into. I also think for her, there's a frustration in her career. She feels pressured and trapped. I think it's fine that she makes good money, and I think it's fine that she's able to make money. But I don't think she really likes the image that she has when it comes to whatever she does to make money anymore. I know she used to be a model, and then I know she sold like a pot or something. So I don't know what the hell she does now, but I can tell you that it's not what she wants to do. Once again, she's playing the role of like, this is the mom role, and the mom role sells the cookbook or whatever she does. And so it's like, it's that, and it's just not who she is. And so I think she actually really wants to embrace that part of her. But once again, she feels like she needs to be this specific thing. So yeah. Well, that's sad. So she does not have a good reputation with being trustworthy in friendship. And I think that's something that people have brought up to her before. And I think that she's been defensive about it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I do think that another problem is going to happen with her and a friend, because I don't think that she realizes what trust is or what loyalty is. And so there's a friend that she's either going to lose or have a huge fight with, and if she hasn't already, that is probably going to say something petty. I'm going to be honest. I do think it's Chrissy's fault. She does not sort of comprehend respect levels. I think that she thinks that being transparent is being honest, when sometimes being transparent is an invasion of privacy. I think that she doesn't really understand boundaries. And that's what this fight is going to be over, is boundaries. It shows up as the Queen of Cups. So I guess that's technically I think that this person's just sensitive. It could be a water sign, but I don't know. I feel more like this person's really sensitive. The Death card's upright. Maybe they experienced a loss recently or something. And the Eight of Cups, they've already walked away from her or kept a distance. And this, by the way, this person is not someone you would want to piss off. They're very powerful. Justice card reverse means that if they wanted to completely destroy Chrissy's reputation, they have a folder already. I don't think they would go that route. I just think that this is the type of person that would be like, okay, we know what articles to plant. We know what seeds to plant. We know what we need to do. If she wants to go this route, we'll show her what we do. It's a very protective energy. It gives me like mama bear energy. Yeah. Page of Swords. See, magician, very good at being persuasive with their communication, even if their intentions are not always pure. And the Page of Swords, they know how to pick and choose their battles. And the Strength card, oh my God, they will find your weakness and your vulnerability. This is giving me Scorpio tease, because we got a Queen of Cups here. So, they will embarrass you publicly. And in fact, I will tell you this person tolerates her because of who she's married to, not because they like her. And I think that's a common theme, which is sad. So, that being said, the good news here is that I think that Chrissy Teigen is going to get a lot of self-awareness soon. And I do think that it's going to be a process of her of comprehending why things happen the way they happened. Because I think that's what's missing, is like, because like I can hear her in my head be like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to be a good person and I'm doing the right thing, or why can't they be honest about this, whatever. And I don't think she's really realizing it's because people have kind of lied to her whole life and placated her and kind of treat her as like a Disney princess. And unfortunately, people feel like she's not authentic because she's not knowing who she is. She just needs to be more secure and more confident in her ability and more of an individual and say the things that she really wants to say. So for me personally, I do wish that she gets it together. I do believe she can get back on track. My only critique is I think that she needs to handle criticism a little bit better. And I think that she needs to realize that she's been in a bubble, and the people that are telling her that she's okay are the ones that enable the bubble. I hope that she gets it together. I have some faith in her that she'll pull it back around, because the thing is that there's a really fun girl in here, and there's a really entertaining girl who is very, very much someone that I could see like being a very popular reality TV star, right? Because you can relate to them. They're funny, but she won't let herself be herself. So in turn, she's trying to play a role to impress people that she will never impress. It's like if you're, it's like, you know how like you watch those movies and it's like certain people just judge you based off of your family or where you were born. And when you get in with the cool kids still hate you. It's like that. Like she's still trying to impress the cool kids when it's like, girl, you'll never be a cool kid. So it's fine. Like the cool kids are actually not cool. That's the whole reason why like the being cool system doesn't really work in the real world. It's like they think they're cool because they live in a bubble, and the people that are actually cool laugh at them. So it's very much that. So, good luck. I hope that she does do reality TV, because I think she'd be entertaining. And who knows, maybe Bravo will hit her up, because I know she used to watch The Real Housewives and she used to be friends with a couple of them. So girl, get on there. It would actually be beneficial for her career, because people would see her for her entertaining self. And I think she'd get more confidence. Anyways, that's all I see. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. I do these live on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Antphrodite. Subscribe down below. Let me know what other readings you want to do. And if you enjoyed this one, let me know your thoughts. Yeah, that's kind of it. Until next time. Bye, guys.